The 2024 summer transfer window in Europe is fast approaching, and we have quite a few US men's national team players that need a better club situation or could benefit from a move. Last season, we had plenty of transfers that were successful, like Christian Pulisic to Milan, Serginho Dest and Malik Tillman to PSV, and a couple others that went well. But today, I'm going to give you 5 US men's national team players that need a new club this summer. Or maybe they don't need it, but they could most certainly benefit from it. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to Tactical Manager TV, and welcome to the episode that no one asked for, but we're going to do it anyway. And I don't really have to explain how this video will go, but feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, out of the players that I'm about to list, where would you like to see them go? You can mention the league or the specific club that you have in mind. And of course, I'm going to request for you to kindly hit the like button because this is YouTube and it wouldn't be a YouTube video if I wasn't asking for likes. That's not really an option. Likes and YouTube go hand in hand. You know, like coffee and morning poops. Player number 1 is pretty straightforward and probably the most obvious one of them all, and that's Gio Reyna, that currently is on a loan with Nottingham Forest, but he belongs to Borussia Dortmund. Now, listen, one could say that he could stay with Nottingham Forest. Let's be honest, that's not going to happen, and also that would not be a good move. The transfer has been a disaster. Even though he's been getting a little bit more minutes recently, it hasn't been a good move. Secondly, you could say he could just go back to Dortmund. It looks like Terzic could stay. So again, not a viable option, not a good option. Gio Reyna needs a move this summer, and he needs a full transfer. He needs to find a new home. He needs to find a club that will believe in him and bet on Gio Reyna. Then he has to work hard, earn the minutes, and perform, obviously, but he needs a move. Personally, I think the best league for Gio Reyna would be a league that appreciates talented players that don't rely on their work rate, which is the complete opposite of the English Premier League. I think the best league for Gio Reyna would be La Liga. I don't have a specific club in mind that would require a lot of research. I couldn't really name one, but La Liga would be the ideal league. Now, the Serie A would be fine as well. So if you could find a team in one of those two leagues, Gio Reyna should be just fine. And if you have a club in mind, drop it in the comment section down below. I wouldn't mind Gio Reyna playing for Real Betis with Johnny if Isco was not there. The other player also plays for Nottingham Forest, the second player of this video, and this one's kind of as obvious as Gio Reyna, and that's Matt Turner. I mean, what's the point of Matt Turner being the backup goalkeeper of a relegation battle team in the Premier League? If you're going to be that, just go back to MLS or find a team in the EFL Championship to play for and fight to get promoted. Matt Turner needs a move. He needs to find a club that he will play for. It doesn't look like Nuno Espirito Santo from Nottingham Forest trusts him, and they signed Sells for a reason. So, again, Turner definitely needs a move this summer. I don't care if it's a loan. I don't care if it's a full transfer. He just has to go to a team where he is the #1 goalkeeper. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, he's probably not Premier League level, so he'll have to leave the Premier League. Player number 3 might actually surprise some of you, but that is Ricardo Pepe from PSV. And I know you're going to say, well, you got to be patient. This was his first season of PSV. But he's going to end the season with less than 500 minutes. That's not good enough for Pepe. I believe he's 21 or turning 21. He needs to play more, and he barely played for PSV this season. And Luke de Jong, you might be saying, will Luke de Jong slow down next season? Honestly, I've watched a lot of PSV this season, and the way Luke de Jong plays, this guy will probably still be able to go on for another 2 to 3 seasons and do just fine. Doesn't press much, doesn't run much. He should be fine. He's also very fit, so I don't see how he would slow down. And then obviously you're going to say, but is it not okay for Pepe to stay? Sure, he can stay. I just don't think those minutes will go up next season, which is even why I think Pepe's agent was complaining a few weeks ago. Because he knows those minutes will not go up. He knows Luuk de Jong will continue to play and be the captain of this team. And again, this is not good for Ricardo Pepe. He needs to find somewhere where he can play. The Eredivisie is fine, but I doubt PSV would want to loan him out to another team to, help a team that's competing against them. With that said, do I think he'll leave PSV? Probably not. Do I think it's best for him to get a loan at least? Yes, but it probably won't happen. Player number 4 is a player that plays in the 2nd division of England, and I would have said Josh Sargent, but that's not going to be the player that I'm selecting here, because at the time of this recording, Sargent is still with Norwich, battling for a spot in the Premier League. And if they get promoted, Sargent should stay there. If they don't get promoted, Sargent might want to maybe seek a move to the Bundesliga. Not the Premier League, the Bundesliga. I think he could get like 10 to 15 goals a season there and do just fine. But the player that I want to talk about here that I think absolutely needs a move this summer is Haji Wright. And Haji Wright currently plays for Coventry, and he has over 20 goal contributions in the EFL Championship this season, mainly playing as a winger. He also had plenty of clutch performances in the FA Cup, helping them get to the semifinals, and for the US Men's National Team in Nations League, scoring 2 goals against Jamaica. He can thrive in a transition league, in my opinion, and he most certainly should seek a move to a higher level than the EFL Championship. He shouldn't really stay in the 2nd division of England past this summer. Now, the league I think he would adjust very well is the Bundesliga. That is a transition league. A lot of the teams like to play on the counterattack. I think Haji Wright would thrive there, and sure, he was with Schalke years ago, and that didn't go too well. But again, he's a much better player than he is now. That was back in 2018. Haji has developed quite a bit playing in Turkey, now in England. So I would want Haji to get a move this summer. I wouldn't really want him to go to the Premier League. I don't think that would be the ideal league for him. Not much tempo change, a lot of Route 1 football that's still around, even though there are great teams there. But I think the Bundesliga would be a great league for Haji Wright. They love to play on the counter. That's what suits his game. So hopefully he gets a move. Will he get a move? I don't know. There's really no rumors out there, but he was fantastic for Coventry this season in the Championship and in the FA Cup. And honestly, he's probably going to be with the US Men's National Team during the 2024 Copa America, which can help him showcase his talent further and hopefully get a move in the 2024 summer transfer window. Player number 5, I'm not going to explain this pick too much. It's Cameron Carter-Vickers from Celtic that plays in Scotland. He needs to get out of his comfort zone. He's been the best defender or center back in Scotland for the past, 2 to 3 seasons. If not the best, one of the best, like top 2, top 3. He needs to go to a tougher league. So even if he goes to the Premier League to battle against relegation, he needs a challenge. But it does seem like he's very comfortable there. He makes good money in Scotland, and he might not want to leave or move anywhere else. But I'm just saying that to improve as a player, as a center back, he needs a tougher challenge. The Scottish League ain't very good, and in my opinion, Cameron Carter-Vickers would benefit from a move this summer. I even think that he would benefit if he just moved to the EFL Championship. If he played in the 2nd division of England, I think that's better than the Scottish League. But obviously a top team there, so he would battle to get promoted and hopefully make it to the Premier League. Regardless, I think that a transfer is past due for Cameron Carter-Vickers. All right, everyone, that does it for this episode. But wait, there's more. There's a few bonus transfers that I want to talk about. Like, for example, Matthew Hoppe. Remember him? Well, not playing for Middlesbrough. Also did not so great in MLS. So I kind of wanted Matthew Hoppe to go play for Wrexham. Who says no? I think he would do fine in the 3rd division of England. So why not? Another shout out I want to give is to the Venezia boys, Gianluca Busio and Tanner Tessman. If they do not get promoted in the 2nd division of Italy, they should definitely seek a move, whether it is to the Serie A, which is the 1st division of Italy, Belgium League, Eredivisie. They should leave. They've been in the 2nd division for long enough. This is the 2nd consecutive season, and they should go. Weston McKennie doesn't need a move, but it seems like he will get one if he doesn't renew his contract with Juventus. Brendan Aronson will also need to find a new home because his loan will expire with Union Berlin. They probably won't keep him. and I don't think he's going to play for Leeds because Leeds probably doesn't want Brendan Aronson, so he'll need to find a new home. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Malik Tillman. He's on a loan at PSV, and if he does go back to Bayern, it's still uncertain whether he'll stay or not. I think he'll stay with PSV, but it's still uncertain. And if he goes back to Bayern, then he should seek a move because he won't get many minutes for Bayern Munich, so he should probably try to get a loan to a mid-table Bundesliga side or just back to the Eredivisie. And that's all for today. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me with all these picks. Which clubs do you want them to play for? Drop a like before you go. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.